2 years ago, this island gave us one of our best Maldives experiences. Now I'm revisiting the footage to see if it holds up and whether it's still worth the journey to the northernmost resort in the Maldives. What surprised me most wasn't the villa, the food, or even the island itself. And I'm about to show you exactly why. In this video, I'm walking you through the accommodation, the activities, the spa, the experiences that actually matter. But more than that, I'm going to show you 2 moments that changed how I see travel. One happened at sunrise in perfect stillness. The other involved me conquering a 40-year fear, something I thought I'd never do. Miss either of these and you completely misunderstand what this island actually gives you, because they're the real reason we came back to this footage 2 years later. Remote, far from Villana Airport. The kind of place where transfer logistics can make or break your first impression. How about that, Alice? Enjoy that? We're on the Sea King Star. And there's our island over there.
4-minute boat ride.
Today, it runs like clockwork. A team of smiling staff greet you on the dock, welcoming you into a world of lush greenery and soft sand, pathways winding through 35 untouched hectares. Just 80 villas, all with pools spread across the island. You can walk the entire circumference in 20 minutes, yet every corner feels like your private discovery. From Mali to your villa door, the entire experience feels curated and calm, exactly the tone the island sets from the moment you arrive. The accommodation? Every single villa has something most Maldives resorts don't. I'll show you ours in a moment. That's travelling style, isn't it, Mum?
Isn't it?
So this is our reception room with the minibar, an espresso machine, a lovely bottle of Taittinger champagne, some macaroons, telly, seating area. Outside will go out in a minute, but that is where the sunset is. I could not ask for anything better. In here, apparently, we're on honeymoon, and you can't ask for more than that, can you? A beautiful bed decoration. Lovely TV. This is where our suitcases go. Accent lighting. A desk for me not to work at. Oh, is this the bathroom? Goodness me. Wow. Wow. And there's a loo and there's a shower. Fantastic. That's a huge throne room. And then outside here, if it wasn't already private enough, it's the swimming pool and daybed. I'm almost in tears. This is just the most breathtaking place. Goodness me. But I've stayed in beautiful villas before, and most of them didn't change anything about me. And relax. The villas justify JA Manafaru's premium pricing. They're thoughtfully designed, genuinely private, and every single one, beach or over water, comes with its own private pool. We'd really pushed the boat out on this one, having seen a review of the resort and absolutely wanted this exact room. But rooms only matter if the island delivers beyond your villa door. The food? That's where JA Manafaru really surprised us. 5 venues, 0 disappointments, and yet none of them explain why this island stayed with us all this time later.
This is our abode for the next 6 nights. Hammock over there. And there's the sea. Absolutely stunning.
This whole island creates the perfect setting, but it's what happened here that matters. That sunrise moment, it's coming. First, let me show you why the food surprised us just as much as the accommodation. Order hot dishes from the a la carte menu while grazing the continental spread. Perfectly cooked eggs, fluffy pancakes, local fruit and honey. I love the mas huni, a typical Maldivian breakfast dish of shredded tuna. Perfect with a roshi baked flatbread. Kukuni is also great for lunch if you want something more formal, and perfect for a romantic dinner under the stars. So this is the Italian restaurant and pool area. How about this? Hidden among the palms, Andiamo Bistro wraps around a lagoon-style pool with cascading water features. The setting alone makes it special, but the food delivers too. Beautifully executed pastas, wood-fired pizzas with blistered crusts, grilled seafood that tastes like Mediterranean relocated to the Indian Ocean. The place is run with warm efficiency that makes you want to return every lunch service. We did. 3 times. But if you want the classic Maldives moment, it's Ocean Grill that delivers it. The menu focuses on local fish and premium grills. 5 venues, all excellent, but the food isn't why we're here. Remember that sunrise moment I mentioned? That perfect stillness? We're about to get there.
I'll have that one down there, please.
But the Maldivian baked fish, wrapped in banana leaf and cooked to melting perfection, is etched in our memory 2 years later. Toes in soft sand, palm trees swaying overhead, stars emerging as the sun melts into the horizon, waves lapping just meters from your table. Literally surf and turf, followed by a chocolate dessert. What could be better than that? The food wowed us above the water, but what stars were below the surface? Close encounters with titan triggerfish and mermaids? I'll show you that after sunset at White Orchid. White Orchid Lounge and Valley Bar capture the best sunset vantage points on the island. Arrive at 3 p.m. for high tea, stay through golden hour with a cocktail, linger into the evening for contemporary Japanese dining experience and teppanyaki. Almost unbelievably, some of the best views of the island come out at night. This place is absolutely stunning. Remember that sunrise moment I mentioned at the start? This is what I meant by perfect stillness. Every morning at 7 o'clock I made my way to Horizon Pavilion for yoga. Here's what the guidebooks won't tell you. At that hour, before the sun burns it off, a fine mist hangs over the water, and it's silent apart from the early seaplane departure. Gentle waves lap below the deck, soft-edged. Surreal is the best way to describe it. I missed one session because I overslept. I regretted it immediately. Little touches like the tiny frangipani flower on my flip-flops make this place dreamy. And later, I'd be back to make the most of the well-equipped gym. When the food is so enticing, you have to burn a lot of calories to avoid going home like a whale. That was the first moment I promised you. Now for the second one, the 40-year fear I wanted to conquer. This one is much harder to talk about. I need to tell you about my fear of deep water. Many years ago in the 1980s, before the Greek islands were swamped with tourists, I slept under these trees on Cardamina Beach on the island of Kos with a couple of mates. They were strong swimmers, and on a day that was too windy for the paragliders, we swam out to the platform, not realising it was beyond the protection of the harbour wall. In short, I had to be rescued thanks to a helpful windsurfer, and ever since then, I'm never comfortable in the water. So now, while I love snorkelling, it fills me with dread unless I wear a life jacket.
We're going diving.
You need some help?
Can't believe it.
So when Mel suggested trying the Discover Scuba diving course with Best Dives Maldives, I hesitated. But we'd read a review about Thibaut helping someone overcome their water fears, and the idea of finally breaking through this decades-old anxiety felt, well, possible, worth trying at least. Enter Kayla. She spent the first 30 minutes on dry land, every step explained, every piece of equipment demonstrated, every hand signal practiced. No rushing, no pressure, just calm, methodical explanation until the process felt less like jumping into the unknown and more like following a recipe. I can't describe the feeling or the rush of adrenaline, but immediately I felt comfortable. Before I knew it, I was down as far as I could go. I wanted more, deeper, further. The sensation of actually being underwater, not fighting it, not fearing it, but existing inside it felt utterly mind-blowing. But then, despite my best efforts at breathing slowly, the time was up and I had to surface. 40 minutes at around 5 meters depth. Pure wonder and joy.
You got any words? It's just blue.
This is what people mean when they talk about transformative travel moments. Not luxury, not service, not even pristine beaches. Just this.
Roger, are you on the... I think you're on the wrong bike. Roger, swap bikes, darling. So it's lunchtime, Monday, our last day, and we're heading, slowly but surely, to a spa. Time for a massage. And we're running a little bit late, so back to the back to the villa, and then while we were there, quick shower, change of clothes, get rid of all the sun cream, and we didn't really have time then to go and walk to the spa and actually get all hot and sweaty, so we're going to get all hot and sweaty by bicycling instead. So that's kind of fun. This is our favourite bit, I think.
I'm more used to having a massage right on the beach in Thailand, but as a Valentine treat we went to Calm Spa, which is hidden in the island's centre and surrounded by lily ponds. Shri and Sham delivered 90 minutes of deep restoration.
Cheers!
Cheers!
Here we are drinking Tatincha. We're very lucky we just got given this when we arrived. Who knew that? We're on a honeymoon.
Happy honeymoon.
Happy honeymoon.
Well, as we know, all good things must come to an end, and this particular good thing only has a few more hours left to go before we jump on the old seaplane. So that was a shocker last night. We thought we were going back on a turboprop, 47 minutes. That's 1 o'clock, and in fact we're going back at 2:30, this time on a seaplane, which we hadn't expected, and the seaplane is actually 90 minutes. That'll be fine, we get a better view of what's going on around us, all the islands on the way. And now we've got basically, it's 8 o'clock, we've got about 5 hours to amuse ourselves before we have to check out and get to the dock. And it's a beautiful day.
Hello.
and everyone's working hard.
Look how raked all the paths are.
You're
Every-
a raked path now.
Every path is raked. Oh,
It is.
the gardeners that get up at... Oh God, I keep meaning to look for my message in the bottle, Roger.
You haven't found it. Anyway, that's what's happening. Well, what a resort this has been. JA Manafaru, one of the most northerly destinations that you can go to in the Maldives, has absolutely blown us away. Hello, Melanie.
I didn't get a chance to tell you the story of how Mel got bitten on the bum by this gorgeous Titan triggerfish, nor did I get a chance to talk about the floating breakfast, although to be honest, I don't really get it. Why would you sit in the water to have your breakfast when you can have a perfectly adequate one at the restaurant? We also saw turtles, but it was tricky to get good footage, and we're grateful for friends who sent us the attached photos. In terms of trip worth it, the way we score, JA Manafaru came out very well. In fact, one of the highest scores we've given a hotel. We went there as relaxers, where accommodation, property, food and beverages, wellness and service, as well as value and inclusions, really drive what matters for the score. And ultimately, we gave it 4 out of 5 or 80%. To find out more, check out our website and you can see the full breakdown.
What have you got there?
Wishing stones.
You're a wishing stone.
So they say that we're going to throw one into the sea and we've got to feel what we feel, the happiness and joy and what we're grateful for. Isn't that lovely?
It's very lovely. What are you feeling grateful for?
Well,
man?
everything. Everything. We've got to be grateful for every minute.
We're currently being grateful. Thank you, lovely stone, for a lovely holiday. Happy Valentine's. And off it goes. Whoa!
6-night stay at JA Manafaru comes to an end, and what a week it was. Like most all-inclusive resorts in the Maldives, it's expensive. Really expensive. Premium pricing, significant extras if you want more than the AI menu. But here's the trade-off. The yoga at sunrise, conquering a 40-year fear underwater, that yellow snapper moment. Those don't come with price tags. Those come from putting yourself in the right place at the right time with the right mindset. Because value isn't what you pay, it's what stays with you. And JA Manafaru creates the conditions for exactly those kinds of moments. Would we return? Absolutely.